Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Cali Two-Way. My name is Matt. I want to talk about this Jason Aldean song, Try That in a Small Town. This song is not racist. It's not inciting violence. It's a really good song that talks about a big problem here in America right now. I actually watch a lot of review videos, people who do reactions to music and other types of videos. A lot of the reaction pages that I follow are black folks. A lot of them embrace the street culture. In my neighborhood that I grew up in, for the most part, when it comes to race, I was the minority. Everybody I grew up around was all black, Mexican, Asian. That's all I've ever known. And it's funny because so many people that I know personally and so many people that I see on social media that actually come from that background or are currently living in that lifestyle right now, they don't see anything racist about the song. Literally, the only people that are really crying about this song are square white kids in the suburbs. Maybe not even just straight up square white kids, just people in the suburbs that are reaching for something to be racist all the time. And it's always politicized. It's clearly a lot of the people, when you see people reacting to this song on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or whatever, that are upset about this, it's because what Jason Aldean represents is against their political narrative. It's against what they agree with when it comes to politics. So let's watch this video real quick. I've seen it before, I've listened to it before, I'm sure everybody else has, but just to kind of refresh our own memories, let's go ahead and watch it.
Sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk, carjacking old lady at a red light, pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. You think it's cool, act a fool.
So look right there, a dumbass white lady flipping off the cops during a riot. Sorry, a protest, a peaceful protest. But people are coming out claiming that this is a racist song, claiming that it's inciting lynching. But they're clearly saying in the lyrics, Jason Aldean is saying, act a fool if you like, while there's somebody acting a fool on the screen that's white. Super racist. What I get from this whole video and his whole point is it doesn't matter what you do in some of these small town areas. It doesn't matter what you do. If it's something that's inciting some type of violence or you're trying to harm anything or anyone in these small communities, yeah, you will be met with violence, as it should be. That's something that I think a lot of people aren't explaining and aren't, I'm not even going to say owning up to, but that's what a lot of people aren't saying. But that is how it should be. It shouldn't matter if you're black, Mexican, Asian, white. It doesn't matter what you are. But if you come into our town and into our communities that we care about and you try to disrupt that in these ways, you should be met with violence. And if you want to get extreme, it should be met with extreme violence. It's my opinion. I think there's a lot of people that would definitely agree with that. The other thing is being the fact that he's clearly not being racist, but people are claiming that it is. Are you guys that are claiming this as racist, are you assuming that if somebody who was white, like Jason Aldean, went into their small town and tried to do dumb shit like this, that they would just allow the white person to do it? That's another thought process that I haven't heard being flung around out there. But think about that. Everybody's sitting there saying, oh, it's racist towards black people, and it's inciting lynching and all this stuff. So what are you saying? When he's specifically talking about riots and hitting somebody on the sidewalk or robbing an old lady at a stoplight, but it almost sounds to me like you're insinuating that these small towns and these small communities would just allow it to happen if it was a white person. Since you think you know everything and you're going to claim this is racist, explain that. You can't. It's because you're full of shit. Let's keep watching.
If you like, cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think it's tough? Well, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town. Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're gonna round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck. Try that in a small town.
So that's another thing. He starts talking about our Second Amendment right there. And I believe this. If the government did decide to bump its head and really try to round up our guns, a lot of people in the city are like, they ain't taking nothing from me. But a lot of people in the big cities, those will be the first ones to fold up. You go into some of these smaller towns, them dudes ain't going to play around when it comes to that. That's where they're going to be met with force. Hopefully it never comes to that. But again, that's just what he's talking about. He's talking about, it's almost, this should be a learning experience for people that disagree with this song or are trying to insinuate that it's racist or whatever. This should be a learning experience. Everybody should be learning from this song. You pretty much learn how to act. And then people wouldn't be making funny videos of you online when you're outraged over something ridiculous.
See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town full of good old boys, raised up right. If you're looking for a fight, try that in a small town. Try that in a small town.
So I'll stop it right there. But yeah, this whole outrage over this song is ridiculous. Like, I know people personally that are upset about this song, and it's unbelievable if you ask me. You know, the town I live in, it's not real small, but it's not real big either, but it is close to a major city, and it's becoming more and more overcrowded as the days go by. Myself and my wife, we've been considering moving out of here because of that, and because of all the riffraff from the inner city is starting to overflow into our small town. But the point I want to make is a majority of the people who live in this town that I'm in, they would agree with this. And people here, we look out for each other. My actual street right here, which is funny. My neighborhood is a decent neighborhood. It's a nice neighborhood. Myself and my neighbors, we look out for each other. Like, I feel bad for the person who attempts to even come onto our street and do something like what he's pointing out in this video. And what's funny is a majority of the people on my street are black, but we all take care of each other really well. There's nothing, somebody that doesn't belong on the street couldn't come down the street without all of us hitting each other up saying, hey, who's that right there on the street that doesn't look like they're supposed to be here? So is that racist that black folks and white folks on the same street looking out for each other and they see somebody that looks like they shouldn't be around here or looks like they're here to cause trouble and we're looking out for each other? Is that racist? And it wouldn't matter to me if you were black or white or anything else, and I seen you anywhere on the streets, anywhere, and you were trying to carjack or sucker punch an old lady or something on the street and trying to rob her, you're going to be met with violence. It doesn't matter what color you are, I promise. Just because you're white doesn't mean I'm going to just sit there and watch it happen. That's what he's talking about in this song. It has nothing to do with race. The only people that think it has anything to do with race are people with their heads up their ass. And if we could get to a point where people stop being so divided and trying to find things to divide each other, we might be able to focus on the actual enemy. And it's not each other. And I'm going to leave this video with this quote. Most of you probably heard this. If you haven't heard it, you're the problem. United we stand, divided we fall. That should be something that's on everybody's mind all day, every day. United we stand, divided we fall. That's all I got for you guys. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Share the video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.